we've illustrated some of the comments that he said about him.
A lot of because Leon Bailey, I'd say, had a great preseason, came on. And
as I said, not only preseason, towards the end of the season, and
for Jamaica,
and going into the international.
Do you know what Leon did the first day he landed in Jamaica?
Educate us.
He went to training.
He'd see that, and he did say coming back with a bang or something to that effect.
He said he's come back in preseason a different player. Leon came home. We worked on that ankle. I pushed him a lot. We did some of the drills that I always want to do with him. Get him focused. Played for Jamaica. They had a brilliant game against Mexico. A brilliant game before that. Yeah. Continued. He focused on family, spending time with family, spending time with his kid, his girlfriend. He went out to the mineral baths out in St. Thomas. Mud bath them, you know. Went out on the boat with me and we spent time out there together as a family. Boxed up some lobster and some crab and come in and love them thing there. Lobster and crab and fish and whatever. Spend some time together. Enjoy his time with his friends. And go back ready to do the work.
Yeah.
With his body feeling stronger, fitter, better. His mind knowing what he has to do.
Yeah.
I keep telling to people that adaptation is not an easy thing, you know.
Yeah, it's not. True. Walk us through his international window, because as World Cup qualifiers tapered off, we began to see Leon Bailey come into his own to become a leader. We've all seen it.
And spoke
but
about
walk us through him finally having some class games in recent times.
Playing his best games for Jamaica.
Yeah.
What is the difference between Leon that played under Tapa Whitmore
one of our
and
problems.
Leon that played with Paul Hall? You know the difference?
He's not getting the ball to his head. He's getting the ball in space to run at it, to his feet, to do things with it. The ball is not coming up here.
One difference that I've seen is that free roll.
Yeah.
That's the biggest.
Paul Hall said he's going to build the team around Leon Bailey.
Yeah.
He did.
So Leon got more balls. That's the only difference. You give him more ball, man, you give him more creativity. You give him more ball, man, make more passes. You give him more ball, man, take on defenders more. You give him more ball, man, be more excited and passionate about the game. You saw the gunshot that came off his head against Mexico? It's a gunshot at the brother and chipping down normally buck. Yeah?
Brilliant goal, by the way.
But overall, he just had a good game.
But the run,
25 minutes.
you look at the run though. You run out, in, cut cross, and finish. Something we were practicing in training about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks before. I would think whenever I used to be coaching, this we go like this to the player. Meaning draw the defender out there, then attack the ball. And I mean, I'm not taking credit for that goal. That was brilliant.
And we see a brewing connection between him and Shamar Nicholson. Speak to us about, because I think, in my opinion, going forward, it's Leon Bailey and Shamar Nicholson's team for the next 2 World Cup campaigns.
And whoever want to fight for the left midfield or the left wing spot, you fight over there.
So, talk to us about that growing dynamic between one.
Look here, when is the next World Cup qualifier starting?
2024.
How old would Whisper be?
19.
How old would Xander be?
19 or 20, right?
20.
Yeah.
How old would Duvey be? He's 18 now.
Yeah, 20.
No? 2024, yeah. He'll be 20.
Yeah.
You have a team, you know. This is the thing about the Trojan horse. So anyhow we get them on their JFF either leave or to listen, you'll have a team that already has a system. Because if Duvey, Whisper, Xander, Players like Rochester coming through.
Yeah.
Pusai, the goalkeeper, he's 6'4" already. A mass. There's a kid that when he kick the ball, a goal kick, it lands in the opponent's 18-yard box. That is NFL material. Kicker. When you have players like that who already understand how to play, as Shamar Nicholson was played at an international level.
Mm-hmm.
And McGee, if he ever fixes right foot at his loyalty, his character.
Right.
A Duncan, if he ever begins to know when.
Yeah.
With a young Jamani Bell coming through, a Dylan John come through, a Denzel McKenzie come through. You have a rotty team.
For sure.
That is a ready-made system there waiting.
And one thing I like about what you just did, Craig Butler, you included a lot of people who weren't associated with Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not about Phoenix, it's about Jamaica. I keep saying that.
Yeah.
Phoenix is the microcosm that was designed and built to show the rest of the country what they should be doing. I don't do Phoenix because I just want to have an academy or whatever. We do Phoenix because this is the example which everybody should be following.
Sure.
I've looked at the group because I've made the calls already. And Whisper's dad is going to Belgium to do his practicum with Pino Canali at Soccer Talent in Genk, and also to do his European badges. Why? Well, Craig Butler throat now work too good.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to scream across a pitch. Legacy is important. Succession planning is important. I said to the ISA people that the top three Money Cup and the Costa Cup teams, the coaches from there are their assistants. I'm willing to send on practicums into the clubs in Belgium that I know and in Spain that I know, so that they can get an understanding of how the internal wranglings of a top professional club works, how the trainings really go, so they can learn. Why not just take it and just make it 6 Phoenix coaches and send them, or 6 of my Phoenix coaches that are graduating or retiring now from professional football? Why not just send them then? If it's all about Phoenix. It's not all about Phoenix. It's about Jamaica. When the players come to Phoenix and train, and they say they want to come to Phoenix, I say absolutely not. You can train with us, but you have to play for your team. Show loyalty to the club you come from. Rochester, train with us all the time. Could have cut speed through a long time with him if I wanted to. I said, no, that's who develop you. That's who providing for you. That's who giving you a player house to sleep at and paying you a salary. Show loyalty. You can come train with me and I help you with your technical. Coach, you want to manage me to him. So, okay, well, we'll see what happens. You see, there's a saying, the same fork or stick sheep, stick goat. So say you're a player that is from Cavaliers that is willing to sell out Cavaliers to come to me. If a man come and offer better than what I have, you're going to sell me out too. So it don't make sense trying to run down a player from another club. It don't make sense trying to force the player to leave, to go to your club. When I look at all the players that left us because they felt it was greed of pasture, because Phoenix was under pressure from the bands. Sean Laws, Jason Wright. After they played in that National Under 17, they never went any further. They never had anybody supporting them. came right back to Phoenix. Because they're just going to use him.
Yeah.
Talk to us about a player you just mentioned. Tariq McGee. If I'm not mistaken, at one point you were representing him and you mentioned trying to get a transfer. Talk to us about that. Give us an update.
I feel sorry for Tariq. There's a saying in life, a rolling stone gathers no moss. And
I think Greg Butler again the saying them, you know.
And if you're not patient and loyal, yeah, you will not get the success that you want. Tariq was having a frustrating time, obviously, at Belgium, the Belgian club that he was at, because originally they placed him there, and the academy that owns that club wanted to put their players in the shop window.
Yeah.
So he was getting pushed to the back burner, not get many games.
Yeah.
And a huge part of the reason why they could push him was because he was not technically sound. His right foot, right side wasn't good. So he come to me for help. I took him in, trained him on the right foot, work with him over and over again, and really believed in him. Fight to get him his chances in that national team again, because they were pushing him to the side. Kappa was pushing him to the side. Went on Sportsmax one day and pushed for him to play against Costa Rica, and he did play against Costa Rica, and he did create the goal that made that 1-0. At that time, though, Jamaica was, I would say, 20% behind in the evolutionary model compared to what they are now with Paul Hall.
Yeah.
And he went back to Belgium, and Tapa, despite him, didn't call him again for the national team because he was now associated with me.
Yeah.
Instead of doing what Leon would have done, which is to stick it out and say, nah, leave, and God look on it and bless him and create the opportunity, he got up and went to an agent that worked in an organization that I was already partners with the owner. So he leave me, run go side with a little small fry agent, while I was already dealing with Emeka, the owner of the club. On principle, I just basically cut ties, you know.
Okay.
And for me, if a man can't keep his word, gave me his word, I didn't need a contract with him. I said, give me a word and I will do my best for him.
Yeah.
Didn't keep his word. And for me, he's young. He's young. He has a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's learning it. Because
is there
one thing I've learned, you know what I've learned over my years, if I could take out these gray hairs and go back, one lesson I've learned, which is solid, is there's something named karma. And whatever see you sow, that you're going to reap.
Facts.
You see, if every time I ever did something unfair to somebody, I get it.
It pays to learn, as they say. You know, some of us learn it the hard way.
Yeah. And I used to say this thing over and over to Leon and Kyle when they were growing up. I say, a wise man learns from his mistakes. A wiser man learns from the mistakes of others.
Yeah.
I didn't make enough mistakes in my lifetime that if they just look at me and just don't do what I did, I'm good. They'll be okay.
Yeah.
But there's also a saying that the greatest fallacy in life is believing that everything that can be learned can be taught. You know?
Yeah.
It's the greatest fallacy.
Yeah.
It is a fallacy. It's not true. Because there are things that you learn that nobody can teach you. You have to go through it for yourself. I remember when I was a little boy, I still remember. And I was like 2, maybe 3 maximum. I was trying to put my finger into the socket in the wall. My mother used to go, Craig, no, don't put your finger, don't put your finger. And every day she would do it, and every day I'd be trying to put my finger until one day she said, you know, just love me. This is the first time I get bzzz, I get a little shock.
Never go back.
I never put my finger in the wall again. To this day, I don't even like plugging in things in the wall. Lesson well learned.
Yeah.
You know.
Understood. Before we let you go, obviously we never go too long.
Yeah.
One final thing on Liam Bailey. What can we expect from him this season? Talk to us about that and why would you say that?
From the agent's mouth.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be talking to him quite
Yeah,
often.
yeah.
You speak to the manager. Tell us what to expect
Well,
at Aston Villa this season.
just to preface it, great.
I would say
international
maturity.
Go for it.
I saw a lot more of that in him. Now, maturity, humility, yeah, gratitude, more of a team player. No respect for the opponents
Yeah.
in terms of taking them on, believing in himself, knowing that the whole nation is behind him and loving him and believing in him.
For sure.
He'll get the job. That means a lot, and that's like fuel in a brother. I think he will do well this season in the Premier League. I think he will take it by storm. I think Aston Villa will do well. They have a strong team. And I think because of what his tools are, what he carries in his tool bag to work, he'll be used more and a lot more respect will be given to him. What I still am not seeing and I want to see more of is him involved with the free kicks and the corners because he's a dead ball specialist.
No. And Coutinho at a team, it's going to be hard. That's a hard one, Craig. I say when you have Coutinho on a team that you are on, it's going to be hard to be taking all those dead balls.
Coutinho did well, but Liam Bailey scored 2 goals, two free kicks against the Champions League champions Bayern Munich, against one of the best keepers in the world now, yeah.
And did score from a corner last season, so.
Yeah, score from a corner. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's good at it. We've spent hours and hours all these years working on dead ball situations.
Right.
And he's good at it. Very good at it. So if Steven Gerrard ever watches this, he needs to know that if he gives Liam Bailey free kicks, he's going to score.
Yeah.
You know? And that creativity plus that speed and movement, yeah, I think he'll do well this season. What he has to do is to ensure that he stays injury-free and do what I always told him when he was younger, beat them from far. In other words, don't get too close to those defenders where they can kick you. Beat them from a distance. You know? Change your pace, change your direction. Yeah, he got all the tools. I think he'll do very well.
And to add to that, Steven Gerrard, a quote that I didn't even put up. Steven Gerrard did say, Liam Bailey's problem has never been form. It was fitness. So all these things you're talking about, I agree. Liam Bailey, we're not doubting his quality. But once he stays fit, I'm expecting a good season. Anything else you want to cover?
No, I think